Have you ever gone to the grocery store, waited in line, put all your groceries on the belt, had them ring them up, and then all of a sudden the cashier looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but your card has been declined"? Yeah. All of a sudden, you start sweating. You start freaking out on the inside. What the heck am I going to do? I have no cash. That's my only card. How did it get declined? I thought I had money in there. No, it didn't go through. What's going on? Does that mean that my other bills bounced? That means every single person in the store is staring at me. Even the person in the back of the store buying milk, they know that my card just got declined. I'm mortified. Holy crap. This is so embarrassing. I'm mortified. I can never go back to the store again. I have to move. I can't go to this town. Everything is just, I can't believe it. I'm mortified. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me quite a few times. You would think the first time would be enough? No, wasn't enough for me. I've had it happen so many times and mortifying, absolutely mortifying. And the last time that it happened, that was a wake-up call. That was the time that I was like, okay, we need to get our finances in order. We need to start being intentional with our spending and figure out a way to make sure this does not happen again and make sure that I'm in control of my money versus my money in control of you. So if that's something that you're struggling with, the cash envelope system may be a great way to handle your money and handle your finances. In this video, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to share with you how to use cash envelopes, how to use them successfully, answer some questions that you may have, and really just break it down so that you can start being intentional with your money and have control of your spending. So I use a cash envelope wallet. This wallet is amazing. It's a Savvy Sense wallet. I just buy it on Amazon. And it has the different categories for you, all the different spots that you can go in. You can have up to 10 categories in this wallet. Each one has 2 little sections in each category, which is amazing. It has a change thing. It has a little wristlet thing that you can put in and out to put on your wrist. I love this wallet. I've been using this wallet for 3 years now. I have 3 of these. I love them, all different patterns and everything, but this one's my favorite because this one looks like Burberry. But the first tip on cash envelopes is use cash envelopes on categories that you typically overspend in. So you're not going to use cash envelopes for your bills. You're not going to use cash envelope for your rent. You're not going to use cash envelope for things that you don't overspend. Take a break, take a step back and be like, all right, what am I overspending in? What do I need to cut back? Is it groceries? Is it eating out? Is it personal money? Whatever those categories are, those are the ones that you want to use cash envelopes for. Then I recommend doing a spending analysis. If you're not already using a monthly budget, have a budget. Make sure that you're knowing what's coming in, what's going out, track all of your purchases, and use a spending analysis to figure out how much you need for each category. Do you know how much you're spending on groceries? Do you know how much you're spending on eating out? What about personal money? So what a spending analysis will do is I have a full spreadsheet and video for you guys. It's going to go and break down every single purchase and put it into a category. And then the spreadsheet that I have for you guys, it's going to then tally and average the totals so that you can say, okay, on average, I'm spending $500 a month on groceries. On average, we're spending $250 on eating out. On average, we're spending $100 on personal money. Then you can go and figure out how much you want for your cash envelopes. Do you want to cut back a little bit? Do you want to stay right on track there? Whatever it may be. Another thing is, how often do you want to stuff cash envelopes? Do you want to stuff them once per month? Do you want to stuff them every week? Do you want to stuff them every payday, every 2 weeks, whatever it may be? It's totally up to you. Cash envelopes are so customizable, so you can say, okay, this person does monthly, but I want to do it every 2 weeks. This person does it every week. That's cool. That's awesome. Maybe one category you want to do every month, but another category you want to do every week. That's okay too. Some people will keep their cash envelopes at home and only take them when they go to the store. Some people keep them in their wallet the whole time. It's totally up to you. But like I said before, what categories are you overspending on? That's where you want to start. That's where you want to be like, okay, this is where I'm going to start cash envelopes. Then we can maybe go a little bit deeper in and then we can use them more or use them less, whatever it is for you. But start with what you're overspending on. And then also think about the psychological aspects of cash. I personally recommend that if you're struggling with money, if you're struggling with paying your bills, if you're struggling with paying debt and you're so overwhelmed, underwater, stressed out, cards declining at the store like I talked about, then I recommend trying cash envelopes. Try them for 6 months. See if they work for you. Now, I'll admit they don't work for everyone. I'll admit that up front, up top. Like, they don't work for everyone. Some people, they just don't like cash. They don't spend less with cash. But some people do. Some people really spend less with cash and learn those money habits. And then I know people that have learned the money habits with cash. They tried cash envelopes for 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever it was. Then they were able to transition to a debit card and use a debit card responsibly. Then they were able to transition to a credit card and use a credit card responsibly. So it doesn't have to be I'm going to use cash for the rest of my life. No, you can kind of break it down and really learn the habits, learn your personal spending habits, and then graduate to the next category, or learn to use a debit card or whatever it may be. But I really recommend, if you're struggling with money, at least give cash envelopes a try. Try them for 6 months, see if they work for you, see if they don't. The question I get asked most often is, where do I get cash? How do you get the cash? So if you want, you can do cash back at the store, and that's honestly a really easy way to do it. Is just use a debit card, get cash back, and then you can say, hey, can I have all 10s or all 20s or whatever it may be? Or you can do the ATM. You can go to the bank itself if you want. What I used to do when I would do that is I would go and have a Post-it note, and I would say, hey, can I have $500? I want X amount of 10s, X amount of 5s, X amount of 1s, and I want these denominations. And they were like, okay, sure. And I honestly recommend doing some with small denominations, because you may have kids with a field trip that the field trip is $3, so you need to give them $3, or valet, or whatever it may be, and always have that small denomination cash so that you don't have to go and break those bigger bills when you have nowhere. At a store, it's easy to break a big bill. That's totally fine. So let's stuff these cash envelopes. I'm going to break it down and show you how to do it for a month. So this month I have $405 worth of cash envelopes. And in my wallet here, I have a card section, and this can be membership cards, insurance cards, debit cards, whatever you want. Then I have the boy that we sponsor, Leandro, to me. So I make sure I pray for him every time I open my wallet, and then my license turned around so y'all don't steal my identity. So then I just have different dividers here. So the first one is groceries. So I just do hundreds for groceries to start out, because they can just easily break this at the grocery store. So $200 for groceries. And my husband and I, we spend $200 a month on groceries. If groceries are something that you struggle with and something that you want to cut back on, I do have a full course on how to save money on groceries, where the average student is saving $100 a month on groceries, which is incredible. So I'll have that link down below for you guys. It has tons of videos. It has printables. It has meal plans, a 7-day meal plan. It has all sorts of budget templates. It has the spending analysis that we talked about. It has my monthly budget spreadsheet in there, has tons of stuff. So if you use code YouTube, you get $15 off. But if you want to cut back on groceries, that's an awesome course for you guys. Next is bulk sale items. So this category is for any time that I have something that I see that's on sale, or it'd be a great bulk item, or like chicken breast is a really good deal. It's like $1.85 a pound for boneless, skinless chicken breast. So we're like, all right, I'm going to buy 10 pounds of it. So I can use this category here to stock up, or granola bars are on sale, or whatever it is. So something that's not on my grocery list, when I go to the store, I only buy what's on my grocery list. I'm very specific on sticking to the list, staying on budget. But say there's something that I have money in my bulk category, I can go and use that. All right, so bulk is gonna be $60. So $20, $40, $60 here. And another thing with that is when you're at the checkout line and say you don't have this bulk category, or say whatever it may be, or your grocery budget is $50 a month or $50 a week for groceries, and you are at the checkout and it's $51.37. Do you pull from another category? Do you have your debit card and be like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it, I have my debit card? That's the difference between debit card and cash. Is with a debit card, if you go over budget, you're like, oh, that's fine, whatever. A lot of times they don't even tell you the totals at the grocery store anymore, or at Walmart. I've gone to Walmart so many times and they're ringing me out, and then you just insert your card when you're checking out, and they don't even tell you the total. Like they don't, like, they could charge you $600 and you have no clue until you get home and look at your bank statement. So then just another cool thing with cash is it forces them to tell you the total, and you're like, oh wait, that doesn't make sense, that doesn't add up. And if you go over budget, put something back. If you're at $51.37 or whatever number it is, be like, all right, what can I sacrifice? What can I put back? And okay, we don't need those ice cream cones, or we don't need that, whatever. And make sure that you're staying under budget. That's one thing that cash envelopes controls you to do. It forces you to stay on budget. It forces you to live within your means. Okay, so next category is eating out. So we're gonna do $80 for eating out. So 20, 40, 60, 80. And that's just gonna go in this one right here, which says eating out. And then after I eat out, I just put the money back in here, and then I have the change in this section here. So I personally don't separate the change. A lot of people will keep each change with each individual envelope, whatever it may be. I don't. I just put it all in one thing, so it's all together. So if I have something that's, you know, 10.23, I can hand them the 23 cents or a quarter or whatever it may be, and then the change goes back in this category and it all goes together. Try and use exact change as much as possible because that keeps more bills in your wallet. Next is going to be personal spending money. So that is going to be $65. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, $65. And that just goes into personal. And try not to drop the cash. And there it is. So this is all of the categories filled here, and it's just nice, it's organized, it keeps you on track, it keeps you motivated, and honestly, it's really simple. And let's be honest, guys, a lot of people will be worried about people stealing their wallet, whatever it may be. If you see this wallet, you're not going to know if it has $100, $200, $600, or $0. It could be all cards. You don't know. So that's, yes, a risk, but you just have to be smart. You just have to be intentional and make sure that you're not leaving your wallet places, whatever it may be. But they don't know looking at this if there's cash in it or no cash whatsoever. If you want to know how to save money on groceries, check out this video here. And if you want to know the pros and cons of Dave Ramsey, it gets juicy, check out this video here.
Hey, no, no, no. Hey, no, no.